We are all sitting here shooting the shit.
Yo, what's up? I'm your host, DJ Duss, with my co-host, Bamboo. What's up, Bam?
Yeah, what's good? What's good? What's happening, Joe? What's happening?
Not much, man. Not much. A lot of stuff lined up for the rest of the year.
I know.
A lot of stuff. Also, I'm going to give you the heads up. Get a Christmas sweater. We still got to do a Christmas special, remember?
Oh, that's right. That's right.
You have an ugly Christmas sweater?
Nah, I'm going to get one.
No, all your sweaters are ugly anyways, right?
What you talk about? This is old school rocker wear. This is vintage right here, baby. Shit. It's vintage.
I love it, bro. I love it. All right. All right, people, follow us on all major major streaming platforms at Apple Podcasts, Podbean, Spotify, Amazon Music, Google Podcasts, and that's Amazon Echo also. Yeah, subscribe to our YouTube page. That's at Shooting the Shit Podcast. You could also stream all videos live on YouTube. Or if not stream it there, catch all our videos there. Boom, like our Facebook page. Most of our people follow us on Facebook and listen to us on Facebook Live. You could also comment, join the interview with us. Comment, questions, do everything. That's Shooting the Shit Podcast. Bam. Got a special guest today.
Yeah.
Straight from Toronto. This girl's been in the game for a while.
Long time.
She's been killing it. And probably of anyone we've interviewed, probably has the most videos out there. It actually took me a few days to look through some stuff.
To go through them.
So let's
I
get
was
her
looking
on.
at them today, too.
You were looking at them today?
Yeah. I was doing my research on it today.
Shel-B GT, what's up, Shel-B? How you doing?
Hey,
Good,
guys.
what's good?
So yeah, we're admiring all the you know what, for an artist, you have a lot of videos. That's I remember being like, God damn, like that's good for you. That's someone at work. I'll tell you that. You know, that's dope though. That's really dope. How you doing tonight?
I'm doing great. How are you guys doing?
Surviving the COVID. Keeping busy, keeping busy with the podcasts. Podcast work. It's a lot. I take a 15 minutes nap in between things. I think she caught me earlier on a quick nap. I was like, oh shit, I got to pick up. I'm just letting you know. So Shel-B, let's get right into it. Where were you born and raised?
I'm a country girl, and I was born and raised in a little town called New Dundee. And I actually left there. My mom died when I was little.
Oh.
So I didn't really know my dad. So I was put in foster home. That was actually close to my family. So It wasn't like they were strangers, but obviously to like a 2-year-old kid, it's like anybody that's not your mom is your stranger, right?
That's true. That's very true.
So yeah, but I left there when I was 13, and I've been like on my own pretty much ever since. So it was
got that hustle in you.
I came to the city to pursue my career.
Right.
I was young, about 16.
It's 16.
Nice,
yeah.
Nice. Okay.
But I was always coming to Toronto. Like my older brother, he lived here. So he lived by Gerrard and Greenwood. So I would always come, like from when I was a little kid. Like I remember taking the Greyhound by myself, him meeting me at the Greyhound station. Like
how far was it from
it's about an hour.
Okay, that's not bad.
Hour and a bit, hour and 20 minutes maybe.
That's not bad.
Yeah, it's not crazy. It's west.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So who influenced you to be an artist?
Well, to be honest, I got in trouble a lot when I was a kid.
It's normal.
I got grounded a lot. So I would be in my room just like trying to like find shit to do and so I would like make my own radio shows, like put tape on the tape, like those two little square poles and like re-record over them. Yeah.
Yep. Oh yeah, with the tape on top, right?
You don't know shit about this. But, so I loved like Nirvana and I loved Tupac. I had like Kurt Cobain on one wall and Tupac on the other. So I was like, and I loved like Wu-Tang and so I was just, thinking I was like this broadcasting radio girl.
Okay.
So you're in trouble, and what you're doing is you're creating your own show. So that's dope. I love that.
So funny, eh?
Fuck, that's what I should have
Who
been doing.
knew?
See, I knew. There's times I spent by myself. Go upstairs, and here she was being creative, and here I'm being angry. That's not cool.
Thinking about how to sneak out the window.
With all these interviews, I'm starting to realize how I fucked up my life. People always took their time and knew how to, do things with it, productive. But okay, I get it. All right, that was another thing I didn't do productive. So you're in your room, you're writing, you're pretending you have your own radio show. But when you get down to the nitty gritty, how old were you when you start taking this game seriously?
I was honestly singing from when I was a little girl. I sang in church. I sang in school. Like, I was always in the choir. I was always the girl doing solos in the choir. I'd sing the national anthem over the PA. Like,
Wow.
even though I was a troublemaker, I was still always really, like, into the arts. You know what I'm saying? And I wasn't shy. I wanted to sing at any time, any place. Like, I would go to church to sing and then sneak out and go smoke weed with my friends, like, after. Like, so it was like, sorry, God. But that's what I was on. And I always knew I wanted to be a singer. Like, when everyone's like, oh, what do you want to be when you grow up? Like, I was always like, I'm going to be a singer. Like, it was never a debate. Like, oh, I'm going to be a doctor and maybe a singer. Like, no, I was going to be a singer,
There you go.
But I always had this thing, where I wanted to live normally. Like, I didn't want to make it my everything, like, where it just consumed my fucking life. Like,
Right.
I still did the things like vocal lessons and stuff like that, but I wasn't like, maybe why I'm not exactly where, I dreamt to be as far as
Maybe.
when you think it's like so easy, you know what I mean?
Oh.
But it's good because I had a decent childhood. Like, I had fun, I got in shit. I lived life, you know what I mean? So
Good.
now in like retrospect, I have a lot to talk about in my music.
So the age of when you said, fuck it, I have to start doing this, or I'm going to start recording or get into the music studio, or your first single, how old were you?
I was 12. My older brother that in Toronto, he had a punk band named Pablum. And I actually did my first recording with this punk band. That's when I first went in a studio and recorded. And then I also did a Black History Month performance in Kitchener. Okay. And it was really weird because it wasn't very integrated back then. Like, I can't even think. I was probably 13, 14 years old. And I was the only white girl on the show. I sang Angel of Mine by Monica.
Nice.
And I just learned a lot that I did. Like, I always listened to hip hop and R&B, but because, I came from a small town and where we lived, there was one Black person probably, you know what I'm saying? So
right.
We didn't know, and yes, of course I came to Toronto, but my brother's obviously not letting me go out to Regent Park and chill.
Yeah.
So I really didn't learn a lot. And when I joined that show, we had to literally it was like a big show. So there was probably the audience of 5,000 people. So it was a production. Wow. We had to practice for a month. So we were continuing to go to practices and stuff, and I was just learning so much more about the actual culture of where hip hop, R&B, blues, and I was singing all these songs and all this music, but I wasn't understanding where it came from, essentially until I really got into it, and then of course when I moved to the city, I was more privy to different ethnic groups. I'm Italian, but there's a lot more different people in Toronto, the United States doesn't really understand how diverse Toronto is. It's a huge city of diversity, you know what I'm saying?
Time. Yeah,
right. A lot of people.
That was great because I was 16, so I was young enough to be okay, cool, I'm not just this country kid that doesn't know shit anymore. It really framed who I am, because I still have friends that are back in the country, they don't go anywhere.
It's true, they don't.
No, and they're like, oh my God, did you see the shooting in Toronto? They're like, aren't you scared? To this day, and I'm in my 30s, so you can imagine that.
It's true. Country folks are just a lot simpler, and sometimes I look at them like they're weird, but I know they're looking at me like I'm weird. You know what I mean? So I'm just like, what's going on? But they have it. They love it. They love it. They love it. Yeah, you've turned into a country life type of guy, man.
I live pretty much in the country. It's country way of life. It's nice. It's good. It's relaxed. You can leave your door open, and you ain't got to worry about nothing. Everything is good. But if me and you, go ahead.
I've been around some tough country dudes. When
big time.
When I came to the city, it was all of the shit that you guys got in, we already got in this shit. And we know how to clean guns.
That's
you guys,
And never get into a fight with a farmer. I'm telling you, he'll whoop your ass. I'll tell you that too,
Oh,
man.
and they'll drop you off in a cornfield.
Dude, I'm telling you, those dudes are strong, man. That's something. No.
You know. But if we was out and about and you met me and we got talking and you told me you was an artist and you piqued my interest and you wanted to make me a fan of yours, what would be the first song you would put me on?
The first song I would put you on is "Summertime Love." It's my new song.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like I've matured as a vocalist, like since I've over the years.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like it's got a lot of soul, and it's the direction of where I want to be now.
Gotcha.
So obviously the rest will follow.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I love where you
Love.
went from the beginning into where you are now. Like when I was listening to your stuff from the oldest to newest, I see, I could see it, because we're all, I'm closer in age than you are with you, right? So like I see like where you were is where I would be at that age too. So I understood this growth. I was like, oh, this is interesting. And then Summertime Love was just great. It was just like you can see the maturity in your voice and where you were going through music. It's definitely. I told her I was giving her my top 3, but I didn't know she had that many videos. So it took me a couple more days to get some time and look through it. So she put me to work on that one.
I was listening to you all day, pretty much. Track here, track there, and I was like, okay. Boom. She got bars over here. Boom. The imagery over here. I see what she was trying to do with that.
Yeah.
And I was watching you, girl. I was like, okay, all right, good. Then you got the singing in there. I was like, okay. I said, you know what? After we do the show, I figure I'll, talk to you behind the scenes after. I started thinking, you know what I mean? Being an artist myself, I was like, we can make something happen there, So anyway, we'll talk later.
So talking about tracks,
What was your favorite song, Bamboo? Did you?
Who, yours?
Yeah.
Okay, you had the Summertime. I like that one. That one really got me. I was like, okay, boom, she's singing, doing her thing, boom, and then you had wait a minute, give me the other one. The other one was with you and the construction site. You just dropping bars.
That is actually the song that I did the verse with E-Day from 600 OTF.
Okay,
I
okay.
didn't end up doing the video, so I just did my part.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's tough about collabing.
Because it was short. It was very short. Right.
Yes, I know what it was.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Right.
Okay, and this was like I think that video was like 2015 or something.
That's dope. So now that you're making tracks, so give us the process of you making a song from start to finish. How do you do it? How do you construct a track together?
I like to make the song in the studio. So I'm not really an artist anymore. I used to write before I'd go, but now I'm more like, I want to get into the vibe. So like a lot of these songs that you see, I've like pretty much written and recorded in like an hour or two. So like one studio session. There's a few songs I've had to come back and tweak.
Yeah, okay.
But I like to get the vibe. I write the song in studio in front of my engineer will tell you, Shizzy Shata, he'll tell you I write my stuff and then I go in the booth and I spit it. And then he does all the magic with the mixing and mastering and stuff. So
yeah, I owned a music studio. That's where I met Bam. Was it the 2004? And like, I remember there's a few people that went in that booth, and I was like, oh my god. And these engineers some of them are fucking magicians, eh? Like,
they are artists, engineers. It's like, what is the age of the engineer right now?
Oh my god, I was just like, wow. Like,
I don't know. I used to want to kill. I used to want to kill some engineers, because I hear a certain sound for myself. You get what I mean? And he's trying to tell me this sounds better, and I'm like, I don't care. This is what I want. You know what I mean? I'm here paying you. You're telling me what to do. You got a mullet, and your guitar is sitting over there, and I'm having a problem. We're having a cultural problem here. You know what I mean? So, and to be fun. And the funny thing about it is, the stuff he was talking about was stuff I didn't know about with the frequencies and the sounds, and as I got older and learned this, I was like, that motherfucker knew what he's doing, and I apologize to all engineers at this point. You know what I mean? So,
for sure.
I'll take the time out to listen to him this time around. So it's like, oh, okay, good. Because when I record and I go back to mix and master my stuff, I'm like, fuck, something don't sound right. I can hear something. It's there, and I'm like, they used to hear these things, because I never hear these things, little background sounds, and that picks up. Maybe you hit the mic with your hand when you do singing or whatever. it's there. They hear it. You know what I mean? So
we had an engineer. You worked with him, Jones, right? When we were building the studio, he made me build these things to put speakers on at his height level. So he'd play the song and literally just stand out of his chair and just have it right to his ears. And you could just see him just and then get right back into the computer. I was like, man, this fucking man's crazy. But magic again. Like, you know, here's a final product. I'm like, oh my God. Here I'm thinking he's a lunatic over there. You know, let him standing up and doing his thing. But no, dude had magic. It's a skill on its own. It's an art that no one really that no one really friggin' not appreciate that. You know, the artist usually gets a lot of glory. The people that produce the beats now are getting glory, but those engineers don't get enough credit for what they do. So
that's true.
For the engineers.
True. You know, so do you remember your first performance ever?
Yeah, I do. I actually was singing jazz, not for the jazz festival, but at a small place that always had local artists come there.
Right.
And it was really like well known for like I don't know how well you guys are versed in jazz and blues, but like
a little bit.
Good.
It was one of those like dive places, but just had really popular musicians go through there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, get go through and get down.
Elma Combo, like if you're not anybody if you haven't performed there, like type thing, like, you know.
Right.
So it was one of those places. It was my first real performance. I was probably like 14.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you're still not shy at this point, right?
No, I'm not shy at all.
Not shy at all.
No.
Which was your biggest performance?
My biggest performance was for CBC. We did it live in studio. There was probably maybe 2,500 to 3,000 people.
Okay.
I mean, other than the Black History Month performance that I did when I was younger, there was probably about 5,000 people. But this one was on TV as well, CBC radio, and it was broadcasted. So that was my first check too.
Nice.
Yeah, so that was really nice. I was working with a native artist named Wobbs Whitebird, and we actually did a song for the residential homes.
Okay.
We were doing a tribute to that, and we actually got nominated for a Canadian Native Music Award.
Nice.
We didn't win that year, but we did get to go to the award show, and it was really nice. It was at a casino.
Oh, so how does that work? How does these awards show? Like, how do they pick the winner? Do you know? Is it voting system?
It's a voting system.
You have to slip money in an envelope system. Is it?
I think you have to have it's like, you know, the Junos, and like you have to have accolades to get these things. Like I think a lot of artists have the preconception that you could just really do well on YouTube and work hard and get on the radio. I've done all that. I'm still working on credentials, and the actual credentials you need are to be able to get on these type of award shows. You understand? So you need to get write-ups, and you need to get certain things, and I'm learning that now, even this late in my career. And I feel like, you know, the internet is great, but I mean, to actually have real accolades is something that will always be there forever, and it makes people in the actual industry take you more seriously.
I definitely believe that. That's for real. So you're currently an independent artist, right?
Yes.
So,
I've been independent the whole time. I've had offers, but I've never signed.
Now, what's the reasoning for not signing?
It wasn't enough money.
There you go. That's right. Go big or go home.
Sounds like
that's right. Go big or go home.
It wasn't enough. Like I'm like, if you know my background, I'm not really gonna get into it, but I've been a hustler my whole life. So
yeah, so fuck that. That's exactly
you're not offering me an amount that I think I can go get myself, and it's not gonna work out.
There you go.
No, it's true. It's true. Now, so like being is this something that you now that the internet has grown, you don't mind being is there an advantage of being an independent artist these days? You know, with Spotify and YouTube and stuff. Yeah,
definitely. I've been a big internet social media girl. So I've been up to Twitter, Instagram, when everything was first starting, so I really got to see it grow into what it is today. Right. Obviously, the internet and social media can be a dangerous tool also at the same time if it's mismanaged. So I would suggest artists who don't know how to, what can I say? If you don't have restraint then I would suggest somebody else to manage your pages.
Don't scroll back to my first
because
messages on Facebook or my
you know
phone.
what I'm saying?
Whatever,
yeah,
man.
It's crazy out there, and you have.
Well, if you ain't got no restraints, you got to make sure you be able to handle yourself when it comes down to handling your
There
restraints.
should be
And that's the problem with a lot of the new ones. You know what I mean? They're running around, blah, 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 blah. And when someone come up and go, "What's the deal?" It's like, you come to me, slap. I don't care what. I'll do 5 for you real quick. You know what I'm saying? Don't play with me.
Remember, remember like a month ago, I read a message wrong. I didn't jump up down his throat. I'm like, what's up, man? What do you mean by that? He's like, oh, this is great. Da, da, da. I was like, fuck, I didn't take it that way.
Well, and that's the thing. Like, you can't. A lot of this thing about the internet is like, you know, like even the bullying and everything. Like, I came in an age where we went through that in person.
Mm-hmm.
So, for real.
Everything that these kids are going through on the internet, it's like we endured in person. Some worse than others, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just saying that the internet can be a tool for an artist, obviously, because now you don't need to go to a label as much to market yourself. You can actually market yourself alone.
That's
you know
right.
what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And there's lots of different ways to make money, and there's different ways to promote yourself to draw traffic to your music, which in my day, we had to like I had to go to the radio station in person.
Yeah.
There was no sending an MP3.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I had to go there, buy him pizza and an iced tea and smooze a little bit and
There
get
you go.
my tea and hope that the program director would play it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
Maybe threaten them a little bit. You know, whatever.
No,
Whatever it
that's
takes.
the men. We do the threatening. These girls, they just bat their eyes, and the guy's like, all right.
It's not. You know what? I feel like that's a misconception.
It might be.
See, started something. Go ahead. Tell us, girl. Tell us.
A lot of people think that because you're a woman, it's going to be a lot easier because of sex appeal and whatever the case. And I'm not saying that doesn't happen. I'm sure there's women who made it by doing whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sure there's women who made it by not doing anything.
Right.
But as far as it being, it's so easy as a woman because you have that, it actually isn't. It kind of works against you because sometimes the men, let's be honest, the industry is run by men, like majority.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying all of it, but majority white, middle-aged, older men.
Mm-hmm.
And they already look at women a certain way in the industry, and it's been that way for years as sex symbols and whatnot. And, you know, when you're a smart, educated woman that happens to be sexy and knows what they're talking about, that can actually work against you.
You're a threat.
Yeah. So it's not something I still encourage women to be strong, know your business,
Of course.
know your worth, and let the music speak for itself, but also have, you know, brains and don't be afraid to use them.
There
Well,
you go.
we just interviewed Tora Willishin from she was on the first season of X Factor. She was actually on Monday's show, and we were asking her, and she's like, she didn't sleep with some men, so some of her music are still stuck on people's hard drive that she never got back. And she was like, "Fuck it, keep it." You know what I mean? So.
I've been through it. I've been through it.
Because we were asking her, you know, we're just like, hey, so, you know, how's everything? How's the music industry? And she was just like, she kind of paused, looked at us for a second. She's like, fuck it. She just straight up said it.
She just went in. She just went in, you know.
She's like, there's some guys that you don't move up because of this, because they didn't get what they want, petty men. And I was like, wow, that's crazy. So you're right. In certain areas, that would make it harder for you girls,
now,
right?
if you have a team and you have a man behind you that is like really solid and will help you, that is like the best thing. You could be unstoppable.
That's right.
You know what I mean? So it's like, it can work, you know, but there's another thing too about women in the industry. We have to be honest, they cost more, you know, hair, makeup, fashion.
It's true.
There's a lot more that goes into a woman star that doesn't necessarily need to go into a male star.
That's funny, but you're right. You're absolutely right. Yeah.
True.
Yeah. So there's a lot more cost involved as well. And plus security, like I'm not saying that men don't have security, but you're going to want to make sure the woman is protected more.
I'd rather be mauled by a woman than men being mauled by, you know what I mean, mauling a woman, you know, so I guess I see where you're going with this. Yeah.
So.
Oh, that's crazy. That's crazy. So what's the biggest struggle as being an artist today? What's your biggest struggle as being an artist today?
I think it is just actually like monitoring this social media stuff and then also having a balance because I would like a label's help for certain things. I now that I know the business and a little bit just seeing where the business is headed, I think a push from a label or an investor is not like it's a good thing. You know what I'm saying? But you definitely, as an independent artist, you learn a lot about what you can do on your own so that you don't need to necessarily have to pay for those things. You could do a lot on your own and just like wipe out those costs.
True. And you can at least, you know, if you do got somebody managing certain things, being that you did it already, you can keep an eye on it. You know what I mean? And that's been the problem with the industry from the beginning. It was always, yes, here you go. They did what they had to do. And then when you turn around and go, well, this don't seem right. And then they start throwing things at you and you be like, well, I didn't know. Well, you should have known. You know what I mean? So now we're learning the game a lot more so we can watch people and make sure they're not got their hands in our pocket. You get what I'm saying? So,
and that's what's great about hearing other people's experiences that have been attached to a label, right? And then you get to hear like, you know, little documentaries of certain artists being like, yo, this fucking label, I didn't make $1 off these guys. They raped us here and there, and, you know, I had to pay for my own tour, etc. Right? So it's nice to hear some stories and be like, because when we see these artists on TV, it's all fame and glory.
Yes.
Where's
not everything that glitters is gold.
Exactly.
That's true. That's true.
It's an actual fact. What were you say, Bam? You gonna say something?
No, go ahead.
All right. So I noticed on YouTube you have tons of videos. I've watched majority of them. Hopefully I didn't skip any. Was there one that out of all your videos, was there one that did you have a favorite one that you love to record that you enjoyed doing?
Oh, yes. My favorite video by far is Can't Bother With It because I went to Jamaica to record it. And I had been wanting to go there for so long. And actually the video director, he was already there visiting family. And I was like, oh, awesome. So he was like, basically, you don't have to pay me to go somewhere tropical to get this idea off because the song is kind of tropical. So I wanted, you know, it had a dance hall vibe to it. So I wanted to go somewhere like that. But he was already there. So I just literally had to get there and then pay him to shoot the video. And it was great. So it worked out. I went there with my girlfriend and we met up and we shot the video. And I love it. It turned out great. And it was such a great experience. And I got so much like love from out there too. Like it was like not even just on the resort or like where we were shooting, but just like even online from people that were in Jamaica too. So it was really cool. It was like they were seeing me do it in real time.
Nice.
And like a few artists had been following me from Jamaica for years. So them just watching me come from Canada, and because, you know, Toronto has a big influence in the Caribbean culture, right?
That's right.
So, there's a lot of Jamaican and Guyanese and Trini people here, you know? So it was really cool to see some of my fans like grow with me and see me actually leave Toronto finally and get to do something like that. So, and I had been sitting down for a while, so it was like my first vacation too.
Oh, nice. So most of all your videos, of course, so they were all independently done, right? Through you?
Yes, I styled myself in every video. I wrote the treatment for every video. I told the director, like, other than him editing and like putting in his 2 cents, like that's all me.
Nice. Good.
That's all me, every video.
All right.
That's like my favorite thing about music is to record the song and then make the video. That's like my favorite part.
Record the song, make the video.
Yeah, that's my favorite.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Ben, what were you gonna say? Make the video, record the song? What the fuck were you gonna say?
No.
I like write songs and think of the video like as I'm writing it.
That's dope.
Yeah, so it's really awesome.
So you got 3 different things going on in your head at the same time.
Brain, yeah.
Oof, that's a lot. Definitely, that's a lot. You know?
I know. I'm trying to like channel it all and zone it in. I gotta zone it in.
And I guess you're writing the verse and jogging down notes for
it's
videos.
Crazy.
You know, writing the verse, jogging down notes. It's like, that's too much. That's way too much. So is there a producer or an artist that you would love to work with in the future?
Yes. I would really love, like, I don't really know about producers.
Yeah.
But an artist I would love to work with is like an Erica Badu.
Wow.
Yeah, and maybe like the Roots, like because I really grew up with live band. Like as I told you, I started with jazz and blues, right?
It's definitely a different energy with the live band. Love
yeah,
it.
live bands are a total different energy, and I just feel like it brings my music to a way higher level.
That's dope. That's dope.
Yeah, well, Roots definitely. Them boys very talented. Black Thought very talented. You know, Erica Badu. You're going to get that
She's
soul.
just, like, amazing.
You're going to get that soul in there.
Yes.
You know, it's just, now you got me excited to hear it. You know what I mean?
Like, I could say Lauryn Hill, but, like, it doesn't seem like she wants to do music anymore. So. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, so if you had one piece of advice to give a young woman that's coming up in the music business, what would it be?
I would just say to know exactly where you want to go and who you want to be, like who you want to be. Mm-hmm. So know yourself and know where you want to go and just visualize it and you can get there.
Nice.
That's dope.
That's good. That's good. So me, myself, I want to know your top 5 hip hop artists.
Oh, top 5, dead or alive?
Top 5.
Easy. Okay, so Tupac's number 1.
Mm-hmm.
Big L.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
DMX.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say Styles P and Jadakiss together.
Okay. Okay.
Together.
Yes, and then I'm going to say it's a toss up between Andre 3000 and like Redman.
Oh,
Ooh.
I like that. I like them both.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you guys can't fuck with my list.
I like that.
And then like new generation rappers, like definitely King Von was one of them. So rest in peace to him. Mm-hmm. Rest in peace to Nipsey Hussle because he was one of them too. Mm-hmm. And then I do like Rowdy Rich. I do like Gucci. I know he's older, but Gucci. Yeah. I love like the artist he's put on, Fujiano. He's lit. I like Fabio.
Okay.
She's a fan. She definitely.
Yeah, I like the girl. And Bobby Schmurder.
You definitely got to talk about the 9 right
I
there.
want to hear what he has in store.
Oh, when he get home, he'll be home soon. He'll be home soon. You know? So, I dig it. But back to this Andre and Redman. Ooh, that's hard for me to decide. You know what I mean?
Isn't it hard?
It is. I find it very hard to decide.
And they're not much different. They're very eccentric.
Yes, they are.
They're very unique in their own. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, and
they don't really follow a trend. They make trends.
You know what? They're both technically underrated.
They're underrated.
Yes.
And they're great lyricists. Yes. Andre 3000, if you listen to what he says, like not just like how he says it, he's saying some real shit.
Yeah.
And Redman is definitely underrated as a lyricist.
You know, and it just if I would have to choose, I would go with body of work, you know, I would go with Red because he's been in the game longer, you know what I mean? But but then Andre, you know, like I said,
But Andre's body of work, even though
but this dude steps out of the box big time and kills it. You know what I mean?
Like he looks like Prince in some videos. You know what I'm saying? And for our generation, like that's pretty crazy. You know what I mean?
Oh wow, that's nuts. That's nuts.
No,
wow.
for
he's
sure.
He's got style. He's got funk, soul.
You know? I mean, I like that. I like that though. I was like, shit, man, you got me thinking about that, man. Shit.
Oh, and Nicki Minaj, I can't forget her. She's just, and not even as a female MC, just as an MC.
As an MC.
Nicki fucking Minaj.
Now, what'd you think about her being on that track with 6ix9ine?
I don't hate her.
It's ballsy though, huh?
I don't like rats. I think 6ix9ine
No, I get it.
But I understand what Nicki's saying. Like, Nicki's not in the hood. She's not in the streets. And she made a bunch of money and whatever. She did it. She's married to a gangster. So if he ain't mad at her, then I ain't.
But the thing is, it was literally just the fact that, like, you know, fuck it. I'll do a track with him. Like, that's balls. Like, it just, you know what I mean? Not everyone was going to.
Well, she was already working with him before, too. So I think, like, that made it a little bit. Like, nobody really cares because she already did a song with him before.
Yes, yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. And she's a girl. So it's like, she's married to, like, a gangster guy. So. And
let's be honest, she did kind of make that video. Let's be honest.
Yeah, like, look how good. I'm not mad at her.
No, not at all. Not at all. It got what? It got like 5 million views in a couple days or something. It was crazy. Definitely crazy. So, COVID hits us mid-March. It's still around today. I think you guys are in the shutdown in Toronto still now, right? Are you guys in the red over there?
Not quite.
No.
But yeah, they're like they don't. I think there's no in dining.
We got the in dining till 9, and then they kick us out. Like, so I don't understand. It's just shoving all of us in one place till 9 o'clock. So it's making it worse than ever. But whatever.
I cook, so I don't care.
We're coming over. So COVID comes around. Did it push anything back for you? Any projects or any shows at all? Did you have anything lined up?
Oh yeah, because my podcast partner is like a little sissy, and he didn't want to record during COVID. So we stopped recording the podcast. I told you I was I was
you couldn't have got XLRs that were 6 feet long or nothing?
I don't even know. You know, when he just went sissy about it, it just turned me off. So I was just like, okay, when you're ready to like grow some balls, then we'll get back at it, you know?
This is her partner, folks.
Yeah.
So tell me more about your podcast. What is it called? What is it about?
It's called Oreo Bites. And it's with my podcast partner, Anthony Maybach, longtime friend. Mm-hmm. And we're basically just like showing two different perspectives, a guy and a girl, on different issues. We're not centering it around hip hop at all, but definitely it does come up.
Of course. And, it's part of our life, right?
Like everything, yeah.
That's dope.
It will be coming out soon. We do interviews as well. We're just getting back into it. So
good.
That's dope though. All right,
podcast
so
is a fun thing.
Podcast, it's fun.
Yeah.
It's fun.
And I love it. I love it a lot.
It's fun. We get, especially, you know what I mean. We also get a platform, you know, like YouTube and Facebook to, you know, and we're not really censored and not told what to do, and you know. Sometimes we get on with a couple beers and we literally shoot the shit and talk shit.
Right?
You know? It happens.
Or we drink some whiskey and go down that rabbit hole. You know
yeah.
We had a 4-hour show, 4 fucking hours.
We had a comedian friend that came on, and he's a big whiskey guy. And we're like, yo, do you want to get on and like teach us a bit about whiskey? And we're all going to drink whiskey while we're doing this. And yeah, it was a 4-hour show. I think we just got annihilated 2 hours in or an hour and a half in, and then we're just talking shit after. So it was a pretty interesting episode, though. Like it was good. That's a big shout out to Josh. Josh is a cool dude, though. Yep. But we usually do this thing with 10 quick questions, 10 questions just to get people to get to know a little bit more about you. And so my first question to you is, who was your first celebrity crush?
First celebrity crush was Kurt Cobain.
Okay. Nice.
And Tupac, I guess, at the same time.
She already cheated on Kurt. Jesus.
Okay. Dream car.
Well, I'm named after the Shel-B GT Mustang, so I will have to say myself.
Okay. All
Need
right.
a sponsorship from you guys. Come on, step up.
Better get it in there.
Step your game up. All right. So what was your first job ever?
My first job?
Ever.
Delivering the paper.
Oh, man, I skipped that.
Everybody deliver papers, you know. Let's see. Name one thing on your bucket list.
One thing on my bucket list, is that something I haven't done yet and wanted to do?
Yes.
You
need to do before you die. It has to get done.
Italy.
Yeah, you had to put death in there, you know. And just,
it's always death. It's always death.
I want to go to Italy and go on a shopping spree and buy Gucci stilettos.
Okay.
I like that. So you've been in the game for a while. You performed all over these different types of venues. What was your favorite place to perform?
My favorite place to perform, I actually performed in Jacksonville, Florida for a university, and It was totally awesome. It was just like a big, like, they made the stage outside.
Okay.
And it was just dope. It was like the whole university was out there drinking beer, and it was a good time.
There you go. Favorite TV show?
My favorite TV show, I'd say series, The Wire.
The Wire.
That's a dope show.
That show crazy.
Again, she that's an underrated show. That show got more famous after it was done.
After, of course.
It's crazy. No, The Wire. I try to get people to watch it. They look at me like I'm crazy, but they get hooked. They all get hooked. Season 2's a little different, but I love The Wire.
That's what I loved about it, because you watch one season and they give you this angle, then boom, they flip over and you're like, wait, whoa, hold on, and then you start noticing the actors popping in and out, right? So it's great.
Brotherhood is kind of like an Irish.
Oh yeah, brother.
Wire, it's really dope too.
Brotherhood. Is there only 2 seasons?
No, there's more than that.
Oh, okay. I only watched 2, so there's more than that. Okay.
Yeah.
I haven't watched that yet.
Brother, it's the Irish. It's like Irish gangster stuff, right?
Oh, nice.
Oh,
Okay.
it's dope.
Definitely a good one. All right. So besides music, what other hobbies do you have?
Hobby. I have 2 daughters, so all of my hobbies have died. No, I'm joking.
It's like raising children.
I have no time, but I really just love like on my
10 years ago, what were your favorite hobbies?
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I like beer.
Yes.
I love Guinness. So when I can slip away, just sitting on a patio having some Guinness with friends is awesome.
Nice, nice. Favorite movie?
Favorite movie? The Rock.
The Rock. Really?
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
That's a good one. I love asking these questions because you'd never guess what people would say. We always get to hear,
The Rock.
and no one repeats themselves.
Right?
So we have one more question. I'm going to mention the word die again, okay, Bam?
Yeah, okay.
If you were going to die, what would be the last meal, your favorite food, your last meal you would have?
Surf and turf, steak and lobster.
God damn. Absolutely. Yeah, kill me tomorrow. I want to eat that shit now.
See?
Fuck, let's do
Death.
this.
More death.
No, don't talk about that.
Well, Bam, it's like, because what you do is you put people on the, you're like, what's your favorite food? They go, and I'm like, you're going to die right now. What the fuck you want to eat? And they're like, ding, I know what it is, you know? So, like, I gotta get
You shouldn't have to take that pressure to make someone realize this is their favorite food. You get what I'm saying? You know, if you're a foodie, you know what your favorite food is.
Yes, you know your favorite food.
You know?
Wow. Okay. Well, now that you put it that way, I won't mention it again. All right. Fine. All right.
I'm just saying.
All right. So you have 100 years to live. What was your favorite food?
Right? Good job.
All right. I'm learning here. I'm growing here. This is therapy. You know. So what's next for you? What's going on with you? What's coming up? Anything big?
Yes, I'm going to be working on my debut album. I haven't actually released an album yet. I've released a series of mixtapes. I have a few, some that have as many songs as the album, but I've never actually released the album.
Okay.
So
Really?
I'm going to do that. Yeah, I want to do that before I retire.
So do you have a plan on this album? Like what
Yes.
it's going to be about? What's the, you know?
I'm going to be majority singing,
Mm-hmm.
maybe the whole thing singing.
Okay.
Okay,
I like it.
so
you sing extremely well.
Singing?
yeah,
And
I'm getting
again, you
more
threw me
into
off.
Yeah, well, like I feel like when I was younger, I was a little bit angry.
Yeah.
I had a lot of shit on my mind, so like rapping was a little easier for me to get that shit off. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now that I'm more mature and I'm past some of those issues, I feel like
Are you sure? Are you sure? Are you sure? Because I got a lot of issues, you know, and I'm older than both of you, so.
No, I think I want to get into the soft, sultry singing.
Okay. All right. Okay.
That's dope. All right. I want to let people know where they can follow you. You're on all major platforms, by the way, right?
Yes, I am.
Also, to follow you on Instagram, that's at ShelB GT7, right? And
Yeah.
then to subscribe to your YouTube page, it's Shel's Word. That's Shel's with a Z, right? Or a Z,
Yeah.
depending
Or they can just do ShelB GT.
Actually, that's how I found you. Yeah, ShelB GT. And you're also on Twitter. What's your Twitter account?
It's ShelB Music, ShelB Music.
Perfect. That's dope, though. You're doing a really good job.
And I also have my clothing line. It's the Shel Company.
That's dope.
And I have another one, Italy with an I. So look out for those.
Okay.
Yes.
How'd you get into this clothing line?
Well, the Le Angel is
Yeah.
after my first daughter.
Nice.
So we're kind of doing it together. And then Italy is just something I came up with myself. That's going to be more like hoodies, sweatpants. Le Angel is more catered to women.
Okay.
And Italy is it's unisex.
There you go. Nice.
Yeah.
Family business. Nice.
So she told me she got no hobbies. She's busier than both of us put together.
I know, right? Yeah, I ain't got no hobbies. I got kids. I got no hobbies.
Album, kids, clothing, podcasts.
I like to listen to music. I like to watch YouTube and like documentaries. I'm a really big conspiracy theorist type.
It's fun. That's why.
Yeah, I love all that stuff. And I
have this.
side.
I have this guy from Bulgaria at work, and
You fucking excuse my language. I got 2 little kittens and them little some of my bitches keep running around here knocking stuff over, right? You know.
And this guy's a conspiracy guy. He sends me some DVDs, and I'm not even going to get into what we'll talk backstage or whatever, because this is so conspiracy. Like, I just listen to him talk. He'll be like, "Did you watch those DVDs?" I'm like, "Yeah," and then he just goes off. This guy is conspiracy theory on another level. Like,
I love it.
I had to give him keywords to say, so he doesn't bring up like names and nationalities. Like, I'm like, don't say that no more. You know,
like the president and everything.
Yeah, like so he has these keywords like, and it's like, I'm just like, because the things he says out loud, I'm like, bro, I don't take it personally. It's interesting, but the dude over there is looking at you weird, you know.
Exactly.
So I love those types. Do you have a favorite documentary at all, or?
I'm more like just into like, well, right now I'm really into this whole political thing that's going on in the United States, and I'm
Get
really
out of my
big
country. Get out of my country.
Yeah, I really like how human trafficking is being put in the forefront, because it's a really big problem, and there's a lot of kids, and just it's really horrible stuff that never really gets to see the light through mainstream platforms. So I'm really happy that Donald Trump was trying to like show a little bit of light to that, but now I don't know what's going to happen because they're trying to get him out of office. So.
Oh, he gone. He gone.
What's till the fat lady sings, people?
I'm telling you, he gone, and he's gone for these particular reasons. My conspiracy thought, he pissed off the businesses, the rich, and certain people.
Everybody.
He pissed off the wrong people.
The wrong people, yep.
That's been controlling the movements of the parts. You get what I'm saying, for the world. You know, let's just say G7 for example. He pissed everybody off there. Okay, yep. So now they all like, he got to go. You get what I mean? Pandemic, this, make him look bad. Now I'm not saying he's a good guy. Not saying that, because the shit that come outside his neck is just a little off base, right?
But I just liked a couple of the things he stood for. So
there, you know what I mean? Like what he wanted to do, okay, I could see it, but the way he's presenting it, problem, you know. So, but he's out.
Well, we'll talk about this more behind the scenes, guys.
Or we'll get usually we like to do these Friday night podcasts where we all get a couple of drinks, and this is where we talk all.
Totally. Hey,
you down one time?
Tell me to come on anytime. I'm so down.
You get a couple Guinness, we get a couple drinks, and then we go on and we just talk shit.
I'd love to come on your guys' podcast.
Yeah, that'll be a pleasure. It's our pleasure. I want to finish the interview off with your video. Summertime Vibes. Tell me more about that. Where was that film? Who did this? Tell me a bit more about that.
Well, it's Summertime Love.
Oh, my
but
bad.
That's okay. Basically, the song is actually about God.
Oh, okay.
So you wouldn't know that, but I wrote it for God. So it's just like, if you think I'm talking about a boy or like my love, it's not really that.
Oh, it's gonna fuck with. Now I'm gonna listen to it for
now
sure.
You really listen to the lyrics, and I'm always like, I always have hidden meanings in my songs.
That's fucking awesome. But Shelby, thank you so much for being on.
Thank you guys so much. You guys are awesome, and I'd love to come back anytime.
Thank you.
So drinks, conspiracy talks, and we're gonna go right at it next time.
Yes, awesome.
Thanks for shooting the shit with us, Shelby. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
I just wanna make you smile. for make me smile. Young nigga, but me a the golden child. You can check my file. It not take a lot to get your while. She start smile from she see the Kyle. Plus she know my dog them vile. Militant we never change up. Money in my pocket could change up. Still I do the same stuff. Hotter than the summer status. Why you think them girls still rate us and them still hate us? Checking all the levels. God they are still bigger than all the devils. And me have to make it one day, dog, that inevitable. Tell her bring some female friend, cause she know me can't settle. Girl enough like me they are even looking round the place. All me see is 7, but me no rate 7 up. Girl still I get the task stick in a good take time on your bus, baby.
It's that